This meeting is being recorded.
All right, here we go. Round two. We're going to do, I said it wrong again before, but I'll just let Wes mention how to say it. But over week twos, this is round two. We did it over interference over no trump previously. So here we go. Welcome back, Wes. Take it away.
All right. So yeah, welcome back. I hope everybody enjoyed the first segment on Lebensohl. So we're just going to continue the discussion, and we also have an application over week twos. So week two preempts. If you're to choose to use this option, we're going to mark our card here. So versus opening preempts, you're going to just where the highlighted yellow section is, Lebensohl 2-note trump response, just check mark it there on your card. And to give you kind of a quick sneak peek on the summary of the scheme is, again, 2-note trump is an artificial relay. So we talked about that over no trump. If there's interference, the cornerstone for Lebensohl is always 2-note trump is artificial. So we continue on with it's a relay. So it's asking the partner to relay to 3 clubs. So it's not necessarily a transfer, but we announce it as a relay. And this gives us more flexibility. One of the things that is a bit different from this concept over what we talked about for the application over no trump is 3 clubs is not a demand bid. So I kind of highlighted this in blue just to single that out for everybody. The reason being, when we open 1-note trump, we promise a balanced hand. So if you wanted to use the Lebensohl relay with a weak hand, if you have 6, you know partner has at least 2. If you have 6 or 7, so that's why 3 clubs is a demand bid. 100%, you have no options over no trump. But over week 2, we have a wider range of hand types. So you might have a very powerful single suited hand that's too strong to make an overcall.
So we don't know as much about partner's hand, really. So yeah,
right,
yeah. Right. Okay.
Right. So the biggest win I see with using this over a week 2 preempt is trying to limit the ranges of your response, right? So that's what we try to do. Just think about no trump. You have a range of 12 to 14, 15 to 17, 18 to 19, 20, 21. You can show all of these. So it's a real struggle when they preempt our auction, right? So if they make a preempt and we have to respond to a takeout double, in standard bidding, it shows such a huge range of high card points. It's 0 to 9. So the big win we have with Lebensohl here is a direct bid would show 6 to 9. So we now can show some values. And if you have a weaker hand, say 0 to 5, then we would go through the Lebensohl, relay type auction. Okay.
Okay.
So and then 3 level bids above the preempt suit are pretty natural, pretty normal. It's just showing kind of invitational hand, a little bit extra. And similar to using this over a no trump auction, I just for consistency use direct denies and slow shows. So, and we're talking about the Q bidding of their suit. So if you Q bid their suit immediately, directly, then you're denying a stopper in their suit. And if you go through the 2-note trump relay, then Q bid subsequently, then you are promising. So slow shows. So we can still communicate similar information as we did over no trump. So one difference is, here, if you were to open up, if your partner opens a no trump and there's an overcall, you jump, so direct denies, you jump to 3-note trump. That would direct would deny a stopper, but on this sequence, it's different. So again, that's why I tried to highlight it in blue. And the reasons it's different is because we didn't open no trump. So it's a much different auction. When you make a takeout double of a preempt, usually you have shortness. You don't have a stopper. So it makes no sense to deny a stopper by jumping the no trump, 3-note trump here. Okay. So let's take a quick look at the structure. So this is going to be on over 2 level preempts, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, and 2 spades. I would like to just kind of walk through 2 spades because I think that's the easiest to look at. So again, we've got in parentheses, this is the preempt overcall by the opponent. My partner has now doubled, and then the opponent has passed. Now it's up to me. Okay. So to no trump would be a relay. It's then not a demand bid. It's requested. Okay, partner, please bid 3 clubs. But if you have that single suited power hand, you can reject it and bid, 3 diamonds or 3 hearts. You can pass if you have 4 or 5 clubs. You can pass that relay, and that's just showing, 0 to 5, 0 to 6. It's saying I'm very, very weak. Or you can correct it. Like, let's say you had 3 diamonds, or I'm sorry, let's say you had, a 5-card heart suit or a 5-card diamond suit, you can relay to clubs and then bid 3 diamonds. And that again limits the high card points that you have, showing very, very weak hand, a bust hand, basically. Okay. So that's it. And then, the 3 spade, as we talked about, anytime you're Q bidding the opponent's preempt, it's going to show, the other major. In this case, that's why it's simpler. It shows exactly 4 hearts, but it may or may not show a stopper in the spades. Whether we, Q bid 3 spades directly would deny a stopper in spades, or we could Q bid after we use the relay. So we could 2 no trump relay and then Q bid 3 spades. So that would be show 4 hearts, and also, since we went the relay route, slow shows a stopper. So helpful information for partners.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So I'll leave the rest of the document for you to look at. It's similar structure over 2 hearts, 2 diamonds. So again, the pros in my mind specifically are kind of limiting that range. Instead of showing 0 to 9, you're limiting it to bust values to some values. So 0 to 5 or 6 to I have some values 6 to 9-ish, and very helpful. I mean, it's just too hard to bid with a 9-point range. So you're giving up again the natural no trump. So that's always
okay. Mm-hmm.
That's always the give up. And again, I've given you an extra credit. So reverses are quite difficult to bid, but if you're comfortable with the reverses and you wanted to apply Lebensohl, I think it's a huge advantage there. I struggle personally in natural bidding. Like if you have a reverse auction where, opener bids a diamond and then you respond 1 spade and then opener bids 2 hearts, what's forcing? It's difficult. Like if I support opener with 1 diamond with my second bid as responder, or if I, if he bids 2 hearts and then I respond 3 diamonds or 3 hearts, is it forcing? Lebensohl would allow you to, if you use that 2 no trump relay, similar to what we're talking about, you can use the relay and then support to show a weak hand and not get partner too excited, or you can set trumps and say, okay, we're looking for slam. So it's another option that you can consider. So I put together some examples again. We can
Great.
go through different options. Okay, we got all these cases. 2 spade preempts. My partner North made a takeout double. 2 no trump. Here we're relaying to clubs. So here we accept the relay. North bid 3 clubs, and here we pass. You can see we're bust. We have 0 points.
You might have set that one up.
I might have. So we have 0 to 5. We're showing 0 to 5 points.
Sure.
And if I had five diamonds or 5 hearts, I would then bid, either diamonds or hearts, whatever suit I have, again showing a bust because I relayed. So that's where you can define that range. So we get to the right spot. Partner doesn't get crazy. I mean, you're looking at partner's hand. How often have you had, what do we have? 9, 12, 17. You have these 17-point hands and you're like, oh, my hand's so good. But you got to slow down partner by, limiting your 0 to 5 points here.
Yeah.
So if you had values here, now we have the same auction, takeout double. Here, South has bid 3 hearts. He's showing values, 4+ hearts, 6 to 9 high card points. Now, North has a similar hand. Now he can be confident and go on to game, and you'll get to the right spot. Where, if you don't play Lebensohl and the range is 0 to 9, because you have to respond, right?
Yeah.
We all agree you cannot sit for this takeout double of 2 spades.
Yeah.
If you have a bust hand, we have to respond. So this really kind of narrows down that
I
range.
I see it. These are yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yep, because you're bidding 3 hearts there. In any other system, you don't know how many points partner has. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And
Yep.
I've given partner extras, right?
Yep.
So that's where it's troublesome. If partner has extras and he'll want to go on, but
Yep.
you might get overboard when partners
Yep.
bust. So again, here you don't have to. So this is a good hand. You should not. It's a great hand, right? North has. It's too strong for 3-heart overcall. You can make 4 hearts with a lot of 6-point hands, but you can't make 4 hearts with a 0-point hand. So here again, in this case, the 2-note trump, partner has made a takeout double because he's too strong simply to bid 3 hearts, and he doesn't want to make a unilateral 4-heart jump. So he makes a takeout double to show the extra strength. You bid 2-note trump as a relay. To me, this is 6-point hand. You could, if you really like, you could call this a good 6-point hand and bid 3 diamonds to show values. Might be an option, but to me, it's a little bit weak. Take away a point or two, you can show your weak 0 to 5 hand. But now partner shows a powerhouse. You don't have to bid. I guess the point is you don't have to bid 3 clubs like you do when you use this over no trump. Make sense?
Yeah, no, it's in the same as any takeout double, gang. If you bid and partner bids and you bid again, basically this is the same type of sequence, or it's a little different bids, but it's the same type of thing. Partner could have 0, so if you bid again, you have to have this powerhouse. So yep, I got it. Hopefully the listeners at home have it as well.
So you won't feel compelled
Yep.
to, when you see partner use a 2-note trump, now his range is 0 to a bad 6.
Yep.
So you can in competence bid this 3 hearts to show your powerful extras.
Yep.
And partner will pass with 0, but can go on with maybe a 4 to 6 range, right? So here partner has that 6 and has an easy continuation, even though it doesn't have real good heart support. It doesn't need it. Partner showed a single suited power hand.
Yep.
So you don't have to overbid because partner will know that you have extras, and since you've already limited your hand as partner using the 2-note trump, so you're seeing a strong invitation here. So partner should go on with a little bit extra.
Right.
Here we've got kind of a Lebensohl type of auction. So 2 spades double. I'm making a 2-note trump relay, and then so relay to clubs. Okay, here's kind of normal takeout. So he bids the clubs. Now we're showing 4 hearts and a stopper.
Right. Okay.
So you can see the advantage here. So in this case, partner does not have 4 hearts, but partner has a half a stopper in spades. So we can stop. Partner would be awfully nervous to bid 3-note trump themselves, with queen third. But through this auction, when we're showing the slow shows a stopper, now partner knows that you have an ace or king, and you can get to the right spot.
And like most bidding sequences, we do search for the 8-card major fit first. So yeah, that's
right.
Yep.
Gives you more options. So very similar to the no trump.
I think you should change it from undefined to defined, because now we know exactly what they have.
So we've got here's another
one.
Here's another example. This one's over 3 diamonds. So kind of similar. I've given you the 2-note trump relay again here. So slow shows, I'm showing at least 1 major.
Okay.
I don't think you should have both. You necessarily have both majors. Since I've showed at least 1 major and a stopper, now partners, okay, I have hearts. Now I'm giving partner an option. Like now I'm showing, I promise spades, because I with my earlier bidding, when I Q bid and I show at least 1 stopper, if now I deny, okay, I said I have at least 1 major and a stopper. I don't like your hearts. So what else do I have? I have spades,
right,
by default. So just continuing, just better communication on describing the hand. This also applies in kind of a balancing double. Okay, so we've all had this auction. So North has opened just a normal, regular minimum 1 heart.
Okay.
Now we have a weak jump overcall. Um, you know, South is not strong enough here to bid. So if South were to bid 3 clubs here, South is promising, it's forcing for 1 round, promising 10 points.
Right. Okay.
So you just have to pass with this hand, let partner reopen in the balancing position, and then Lebensohl applies. South could still have that same 0 to 9, right? Still
Hmm.
applies here. So if you have, you know, you're not giving up 2 no trump as a natural bid, in my opinion. If you had good 2 no trump values, you're just going to pass the double, right? It's a reopening takeout double. But if you truly had stopper,
Mm-hmm.
like let's say you had ace queen of spades and you want to
Right.
penalize, just
Yep.
pass it.
Yeah, I
It's
got
better
it.
than getting 2 no trump.
Right. Okay. So it's still
So
on
here,
because it's still a preempt from them.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got it.
So here, in this particular hand, it doesn't really matter to South that, or to North. North, okay, South has values 6 to 9. Great.
Right.
North is minimum, is not doing anything. You could rework this hand. Maybe South has, 18 points, right? And then this 3 clubs showing values would be helpful to South.
Hmm.
They might be able to bid, a game somewheres. But same sense, if South again has to bid, North is protecting with a takeout double, a belated balancing takeout double. South has to bid, and he has the 2 no trump relay as an option to show 0 to 5 to really slow North down when
Yeah.
when partner has those powerful 18-point hands. So, and then one quick last option. This was your extra credit. This is Lebensohl. Okay. This is an auction. This is a true auction that my partner Mike and I had. So Mike had opened 1 club. There was an overcall of 1 diamond at the table. I responded 1 spade, show my 4-card major. And then Mike reversed with 2 hearts. So this is promising extras, longer clubs than hearts. Your first suit is always longer than your second suit when you make a reverse bid. So here's a hand where if I were to be using this structure, 2 no trump would relay Mike 2 clubs, and then I could pass to show I'm a weak hand, right?
Mhm.
Mike has already showed me extras. I can now quite easily, when I said earlier, I'm not in standard bidding. I don't know if 3 clubs is forcing or not. I don't. What are you supposed to do with a 6-point hand versus a 12-point hand that I have?
Right.
So this gives you the advantage. You can set the trumps, and then you can look for slam. On this
Right.
particular hand, everybody else was in no trump making 5, and you want to be in 6 clubs. You have extras. Your partner has extras. You set trump. You can go on, from here you could go on a Q bid auction or some type of Blackwood auction and get to the slam.
Nice.
So there you have it.
All right. That was great.
Leaving.
So
Yep.
I mean, definitely you gotta work this out with partner because you gotta make sure these bids. So if you had to guess, Wes, how long would you say it takes to learn this? How many? Actually, a lot of times when I talk about learning transfers, I talk about how many times you have to mess it up before you finally get it. What do you think on this one?
Well, I think this is much more simpler than using it over no trump, in my opinion.
Okay. This part.
There's,
Okay.
yeah, especially there's not as many options, right?
Right.
The
There
biggest,
is. Yeah, you're right. There isn't as many nuances. Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's not
Mhm.
as many options. To me,
Mm-hmm.
if you start using it, it's committing to memory that 2 no trump is not natural. That's the thing. You will forget. You'll make a relay and partner will forget someday.
Right.
It'll
Right.
happen. So basically, you just have to commit it to memory. 2 no trump is, you have to think about these few auctions and just make sure you always know it's relay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
That's
yeah,
I tell people when they're first learning transfers, it's like, yeah, you'll probably mess it up the first time when I'm not here, but after that, usually that's all it takes.
right. The more painful it is,
Right.
the easier, the
Right.
quicker you remember. So
Yeah, you end up in 2 diamonds with a 3-card fit. You'll remember it. So,
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. This is great. Like before, I'll have the handouts, down below as a link. And if you want to, take this again, thanks a lot, Wes. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of requests for this material. Thanks for coming through, because I certainly wouldn't have been able to teach it. So we'll see you
Yeah,
next time. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Have a good day.